Drew has to, oh, Michael and, here you go, Michael Neighbor. This is 8-3. I'll see, oh, you can show me later.
Trying something and I'm not sure if I did it right.
Okay, so 8-3A. Could you get the lights, please?
No.
Thanks.
Oh, gosh. Wait, okay.
Okay, so you had to do, where am I, 8-3A. You had 2, which is a negative 16 over 5. 4 is 1/2. 6 is 9/7. 8 is 19/6. And 10 is a negative 2.
I did the wrong one. I'm like, how did I do this right?
Okay? Any questions on those? All right, so where's Matt and Dan?
Dan's in a golf.
Oh, both.
Okay, all right. Now, number 12. I'm guessing that you might have had questions. Yes?
I thought I did it wrong, but I didn't.
All right,
I did it
hold on.
right, but I didn't get it.
Okay, number 12. Okay, now, and I did not tell this to you yesterday, so if you got it wrong, don't fret. You didn't know about it necessarily. Okay, so I have a, what kind of a number?
Complex quantities.
Okay, I have I have an imaginary number or a complex number here. And I know that if I use the complex conjugate, okay, Stephen, that's why this isn't called a complex conjugate. It's when I use the complex conjugate. So I'm going to multiply it by changing the sign. And do you remember why?
To get rid of the I and the nine.
Great, nice job, Kayla, because I want to get rid of the i's. Hold on a second, okay? And so what I know, when I multiply 4 minus 3i times 4 plus 3i, I ended up with, I'm just going to show you, move this over. I ended up with 16, let me see if I can show you this whole thing, zoom out. Okay, so I know that I have 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times a positive 3i is 12i, and then I have 4 times the negative 3i is a negative 12i, then 3i times 3i, and I need to be careful, is a negative I squared, and what, a negative 9i squared, and what does I squared equal? Negative 1, and a negative times a negative makes this a positive. Okay, so you just need to be careful. It's very easy to make a mistake there.
So it's 25.
Okay, so I'm going to have, let me see, where am I? So I had 25. So I have, sorry, I have to look at this. So when I multiply it across here, my numerator, I'm going to have 40i plus 3i squared.
Wait, how'd you get 3 i's 30?
Because 10i,
Wouldn't it just be minus 30 then? 40i
yes, it will be minus 30, sorry, I didn't move over yet. Okay, so I knew that this was a negative 1, so it became a negative 30, and it was over my 25. And can I simplify that? Yeah, I can simplify that. So I ended up with 8i over 5.
Shouldn't it be minus
Whoops,
6
wait a
over
minute.
5?
Wait a minute, I don't know what I did here, hold on.
Should be 8i minus 6 over 5.
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's right. Which
But
would,
that's not the answer that was in the...
number 12?
Yes, it was. It was just in decimal fraction.
Number 12, they did it as a decimal. They just did it as
So
a
I could
decimal.
have gotten...
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, Matthew.
What should we do?
Okay, so you logged in? Yours logged in? Woo, woo! Did yours log in?
Nope, they wouldn't turn on.
Wouldn't turn on.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully when you go to the Harwood website, there's a bunch of tabs. You're going to academics. And under academics, there will be a math lab survey. Okay, and if you could just take that survey, and if you want to just answer it and then pass the computer back to the next person, don't drop the computer. That one didn't turn on? Okay, maybe it wasn't plugged in.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, but I would prefer if you kind of listened, I don't know if you can listen with half an ear and do this, okay? All right, so anybody have any questions about that, Brad?
It's not about that.
Okay, what?
What about the quiz corrections? You said you were gonna pass out.
Okay, I will, did you do them, or you wanted the quiz correction
No, the
sheet?
test
Well, you said we were
corrections.
gonna, or test corrections, yeah, you said we were gonna have to do them, but you were gonna pass out.
Okay, and I didn't, so some people,
If we just did them on a piece of paper.
Yeah. can I do that after class?
Yeah, I just didn't know.
All right, it will happen, I think. All right, I have to just find them, and I'll use them,
No,
okay? Because I really am trying to make sure that we get through this. Okay, so do you want me to do number 14? Number 14 is the same deal? Okay, so for number 14, I have here, okay, so my original problem was 16 plus 11i divided by 2 plus 3i, so I just rewrote it. And isn't that what happens? It goes into the denominator? Because remember we talked about writing this as a reciprocal, Michael? So isn't this saying 16 plus 11i divided by this? I really could rewrite that even further and say 16 times 11i, no, that's a plus. And it's almost times 1 over 2 plus 3i. Isn't that the same thing? Because if I multiplied this across, won't I have that? Okay? So that's what is happening. When we have a number, we put it into the denominator, and that's why we say you flip it, because it's going into the denominator, and that number really is 1 over that number. Okay, so I know that sometimes throws people. Okay, so I have 2 plus 3i, and this time I'm going to use what? 2 minus 3i, and I know that this number is equal to 1, so I can do that without changing the value of the number. Why am I doing it? To get rid of that. So remember, that's the beauty, that's the creativeness in mathematics, is really looking at it and thinking, what do I have? What options do I have to manipulate the number the way I want to? How many other fields can you do that? You really can't in history change history. Okay, you may want to, we may wish we could. But in this case, we can change the way numbers look to suit our purposes. Okay, so I am going to multiply across, and again, 16 times 2, and I'm hoping that you're comfortable. I don't have the assignment ready for you right now, thank you.
When will the video be on?
I'll do that this afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so where are we? So we multiplied across, and I ended up with, hold on a second, the final answer for number 14 would have been 5 minus 2i.
I got, wait.
Is that right?
65 over 13 is 5?
It's 5. 65 divided by 13 is 5.
It would help if I
Okay, and, right? 65 divided by 13 is 5, and then 26i divided by 13 is 2i. Final answer. Okay. Anybody come close to doing those, or do you understand what the process is? I mean, I didn't do that with you, so if you didn't, I can appreciate that. And is there anything that you don't understand at this point with those? Is everybody okay? Yes, I will, because the other ones are the ones I was concerned about. Okay. Remember, the tricky part of this is remembering that I squared is equal to a -1, and it's a multiplication process, and a negative times a negative makes it a positive. Is that an easy place to trip up, make a mistake? Yes. Okay, so that's why it's really important that you write neatly, to, really kind of organize your work. And you know what, and my observation is those of you who are meticulous don't make as many mistakes as those of you who are kind of random. Okay, and it's really about being meticulous. Okay, so number 16 I guess was the same kind of a deal,
What did
and
you
18.
get for an answer for 16?
16, the answer, what did I get? I did it as a decimal.
So, what was it?
So I would have had -32 minus 26i over 25. And it was and I just divided both of them by 25. Remember, this whole thing is over to 25, so if I want to simplify that, I also have to divide that. Okay? Rules of divisions. All right, that's 12 through 16. All right, 18, what?
I said that quick question, number 16 again, I'm sorry.
What?
When you make the complex conjugate of -3 plus 4i, would you take the -3 and make it a +3?
No,
Okay.
it's just the imaginary number part. Good question. Okay, number 18. How about, was it, Eli, was it 18? Final answer, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Final answer was 13 over 34 minus 33 over 34i. Okay?
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so where are we? Back to 20. Okay, 20. All right, are we good with 4 over 11, a to the 5th, b to the 4th? For number 20.
What's the answer?
Final answer. I have a to the 6th over a. Remember, I'm subtracting exponent, so it's going to be a to the 5th.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
big.
I just accidentally, I didn't read it first.
Okay, the directions, we always leave our answers positive. I could have moved this up and it would have been b to the 1st minus b to the 5th, which would be b to the -4th, but I don't want my exponent to be negative. I would have brought it down